Hello and welcome to Japan and Nagasaki. There we are at the island of Hashima. Wow. It's been a dream for over 10 years now. I marked it on my first computer as a place I have to go before I die. So this is Hashima Island, also called Battleship Island, because it looks like the battleship Tosa from the sea. This was a coal mine island with over 5,000 residents. So at the peak in the 50s, 60s and 70s, this was a big city actually, and had all the normal facilities as a city has. So they had a barber, they had a gym, they had a market where you can buy food, they have the most things you would need. So this is a guided tour, but it is on Japanese, so you don't understand anything, but you get like an English guidebook if you go with the company that we did. I'm gonna link that here, of course, and you can check it out. And it's pretty nice, but you literally see 10% of the island. So that's a bit of a shame, but it's because of safety. You cannot really see much more. So there is not really 100% sure that you will enter the island if you come here, because it's not 100% landing rate because of the sea. Today was a beautiful day with no waves. And if your boat doesn't land or you're afraid of the sea, you can just go to the digital museum here. Today we're doing something that is a must here in Nagasaki, and that is to visit the Peace Park, the Hypocenter, and the Atomic Bomb Museum. And right now we are in the park, and we went up to see the peace statue that symbolizes the threat of the atomic bombs, symbolize a peace, and is a symbol of the tragedy that did happen here in 1945, the 9th of August, and that we eternally gonna remember the history, and it shall not be repeated. And it's really strange to be in this city and know that, or know what have happened here for basically in human history aspect was yesterday, and that's really strange. So we're paying our respect, and the easiest way to get her is by using the tram, like 50 minutes away from Nagasaki city. and it's pretty cheap. And you can just add it onto your Apple Wallet. You don't need a physical card. This is the hypocenter for the bombing with the bomb Fat Man, which was dropped right here. And you can see the remaining building there, which is where the bomb kind of exploded out. And here you have a statue, which is a symbol of peace, of course, and aspiration for world harmony. If there's any museum you should go to ever, this is one of them. This portrays such a devastating thing that happened, and the museum showcased it in a way that we not shall forget the event that happened here and in Hiroshima, and try at least to live in harmony. Oh, you may wonder, like how to get around in Nagasaki. You can take the bus, go like that. The tram is one of the best ways to get around here in Nagasaki. And those are pretty cool as well. Good looking, retro, feel like you're back in time. Or you can just simply do like this. Walking. The city is really small, so you can get around from A to B pretty convenient, and it's nice to just walk as well. So now we're gonna go to the Mount Inasa Observatory, and it would be a pretty step hill to climb, so we're gonna do the ropeway, which is a bit easier. So we're gonna check that out, because this is supposed to be one of the best views in the world, probably over a city though. Before we're catching the next train up to the next city here in Kyushu, we need to grab a breakfast, which is a sandwich, and it's so convenient in the 7-Elevens because you can just buy like a certain amount. I think it's 120 gram with just plain rice. So we're gonna dig this in. I'm gonna cover up the face, and we're gonna get moving. Nagasaki has been a pleasure. It's such a nice city. It has become one of my favorite cities now. So to get to Fukuoka, we're gonna take this beautiful Shinkansen train, the Kamon, that go from Nagasaki to tasting onsen, look at this bad boy. Look at that. Oh yeah. You know, travel in style is important. This is probably the coolest way to travel here in Japan. Going by the bullet trains, the Shinkansens. Welcome to Fukuoka. So we found this lovely bakery with a lot of fun pastries. So we're gonna try them out. Look at this. Oh, it's even with some filling inside. That was good. And this one is the one I'm looking forward to. This is cream brulee ball, and you can see it's filled up. Oh my god. That is literally ridiculous. So it's cream brulee inside, and it's burnt sugar on the top. Oh my god. This is something that is really typical Norwegian, which is called smultring on Norwegian. And it's just kind of fried dough. Yeah, it's like being in Norway. You have to get this if you're in Norway. This is really good. So my girlfriend thinks this wins over the cream brulee and the smooth thing. Not sure if I agree on that. Some kind of chocolate donut. More like a chocolate cake donut. It's good. Not my style. This is probably like an American fluffy donut. Yeah. Oh, that's a real donut. Wow. So now we carved up, we need to walk so we can burn off this shit. So in Fukuoka, you can just take the bus. It's really convenient here, and there is a pretty big city, so like moving from A to B, you know, you can save a bit of time on just taking a bus. It's real simple. And you can use the same card as we did in Nagasaki, which is the ES cards, which the one we're using is Suzuya, or you can just pay with the coins at the front of the bus. So today we're going to a cat island on Hashima, so let's check it out. This is a well-up way you can get around in the city by using train. So when you choose to travel with train here in Fukuoka, probably all over, there is a bit of a complicated system when you first see it, because you're not used to it, and it's a flat fare system, meaning that when you go from A to B, there's going to be one specific amount you have to pay. to this place, it was 280 yen, and you will see this like sharp over the machines that you pay to. So you just really pay there, whatever the sharks tell you to pay. The ferry didn't go today, and we are at the ferry port. So I was a bit sad. It's a bit of a letdown actually, but there are a few cats here as well. So we're at least gonna see some cats today. This is the Uhori Park here in Fukuoka, and it's really nice. And we're just walking around, and it's really beautiful weather, but a bit windy today. But yeah, really nice here. So yeah, that was the park, Mario Park here in Fukuoka. Really nice park. Absolutely should check it out. Spend an hour or something like that. It's nice for plane spotting as well if you're into that sort of stuff. But otherwise, right now we're heading back to the city to try to find some good food. Just found where they're storing their stalls that they have here in Fukuoka, which is well known. It's food stalls that are set up when the evening comes, and you can eat food there. So we're gonna try that out hopefully later, because the other night it was so full. So we're gonna see if we can do that today, because that would be fun. But yeah, they take them away, so you know you're not gonna see them in the day. You have to get there in the evening, and you will find them. And you just have to line up and get yourself a good meal from them. So we are at the cafe now, trying out some cake and a nice coffee. And I went for a rare cheesecake with figs, and I am now totally in love with the figs because I never eaten them before like this. And that's good. And iced latte. The really fun thing is here you can choose what kind of coffee beans you want out of like a chart with acidity, bitterness, and sweetness. So you can kind of, if you're really into coffee, you can use your own preference and get the coffee you like. So check this place out, because in my opinion this has been the best ramen on this trip. So good. So this means only one thing, and that means that we have to leave. Japan has been such a pleasure being here. I really want to come back one day. But until that time, thank you for watching, and see you perhaps next time in Japan, but at least in the next video that will come soon. Thank you.